Hi, this is Kevin from Christ Connection, and I'm here today with an encouragement for you if you feel like you're in the desert, or maybe you know someone who is in the desert right now, and you want to be an encouragement to them. Why don't you pass along this video? Because in Psalm 63, it gives us practical guide to what to do when we are in the deserts of life. As a matter of fact, Psalm 63 starts off with the Psalm of David when he was in the desert of Judah. As we see in verse 11, he refers to himself as king, so it's probably when he's running from his own son who's trying to capture him. And in that moment and out of that place, he gives Psalm 63 and the heartbeat of that. And I can't go into all of it, but I want to just give you quick three things that I see from this that would encourage you and give you something to pray about, how to pray when you're in that place and in that desert, and it's an encouragement to me as well. First of all, David reminds God and talks to God about what he's done in the past. Sometimes when we're in that desert point, we're losing perspective that this moment is forever. This moment isn't forever. God has done things in the past that has been amazing. God has done things for us in the past. Daily he gives us good gifts, and so remind God of that as you pray. Second, as he's praying, he prays with optimism towards the future. Again, that wilderness moment, the tendency for me is to get stuck. Oh my goodness, now is how it's going to be for the rest of my life, and for all eternity, which it won't be. And so we pray with optimism, with hope, with confidence for the future. And then finally, it says he watches him he reminds himself of the Lord through the watches of the night. When you're in that place, remind yourself of God. Remind yourself of who he is and what he's like. Whether he doesn't feel like that in the moment where he doesn't feel present, remind yourself that God is a God who's always present. If you don't feel that he's loving right now because he's forgotten you, then remind yourself that he's a God who's loving, a God who answers prayer. All those things, just go through the list and remind yourself that that is who God is, whether he feels like it at this moment or not. And so David made the habit in that moment to remind himself of who God was. And ultimately, that will lead us to cling to God. This is the first verse of that psalm. O God, you are my God. Earnestly I seek you. My soul thirsts for you. My body longs for you in a dry and weary land where there is no water. So remember in that moment when you're in the wilderness that God has been there in the past. Pray that he will bless you in the future, and then remember who he is in this moment, whether you feel him or not. I hope that encourages you if you're in the wilderness, or you can pass this on to someone who might be in the wilderness moment right now. Thanks, and have a great day. I make these videos to encourage you and to help you with your prayer life, so don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a single one. Thanks.